Hey, all you Mustang and muscle fans, welcome back to Merica Mustangs. I'm happy if you watched my first video. I know it might have been a little not stable and stuff like that, but assure you it's going to be a lot better to come. So look at that. What we're going to be talking about today is, what I said on my social media platforms is my history with Ford and Mustangs, and we're going to kind of go over, like the history with my family with Mustangs. So that's what we'll be talking about today. And you'll get a little insight and video clips of Mustangs I've had. So let's further ado, let's get started. So basically, what I'm going to talk about today is, back in the late 60s, my Uncle Dennis and my Uncle Steve, they were high in, it was muscle car. Every guy wanted the biggest, baddest, bad bitch on the planet. And, my Uncle Dennis had a 69 Mach 1 with a 351 Cleveland in it. Man, that was a bad bitch. Turned that into a funny car, and eventually with my cousin Ed and my Uncle Steve and Chuck Miller, they won the Riddler War in the 70s with it. And I'm really, really proud of the fact that my family has so much muscle heritage. And it's pretty great the fact that we're able to do that. They were able to do that, and hopefully someday when I open Kassar Customs and Performance after my long career with Ford Motor Company or Roush or whomever it may be, is to open up Kassar Customs and Performance. So let's get a little background. So I'm a car freak. Why do you think I opened this channel? So I'm a car advocate, and it's just really great the fact that you're able to do this. And I want to, to all my, 10 subscribers out there, it's little, but anyone that can like my videos, comment, subscribe, please let me know what kind of content you'd like to see. Just got the last couple weeks of school I'm finishing up right now. So let's get into, the Mustangs I've had. So, for instance, my first one was a 2000 Mustang GT. It was pearl white, I believe. That was the code on it. Anyway, long story short, I worked really hard. I started saving when I was about 16 and a half, and I was working at Subway to Cold Stone, and sold all different types of things, and saved $8,000. And then one day I was looking at, what should I get, and I stumble upon this gorgeous, and there you go, it's right there. So, and then when I got it, when I went up there, it was just absolutely gorgeous, and I literally melted to my knees. I was with my great uncle Carm and my cousin Kenny, and it was just amazing the fact that we were able to do this. I was able to do this. It was the greatest feeling ever. So we got her, and I ended up naming her Athena, Goddess of War, because man, she just sounded like she was shaking the earth. That 462 valve, was pretty pepped up for what the guy I bought it from did. BBK throttle body, trick flow intake manifold, BBK cold air intake, long tube JB8 ceramic headers, Bassani X pipe, and I think it had Borla 40. Flowmaster Super 44s. Sorry, I just ate lunch. Anyway, long story short is that it was just the greatest thing. And then, a couple months later, she got totaled. Unfortunately, it was not my fault. And that's a really sad story. And it was a lot of fun with her. So you'll get to see a lot of a clip of her exhaust right after this. So we'll go on to my next Mustang, and that was years and years after. During that space of time, I had a 99 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited with a 4.7 V8. Beat the hell out of that, had a lot of fun with it, and it was great. It was really great, and was really, really happy with that. But back to Mustangs and muscle, and So my second one was after when I moved down to Tucson for college. I came into some money and I found this gorgeous '02 mineral gray, it was a dark gunmetal gray color on XXR wheels, full race, raceland suspension, coilovers, hit Bassani long tube headers on it, Flowmaster X pipe, and Borla S-type exhaust. Man, it just rumbled. And when I bought it, the guy put a brand new, 2-valve motor in it. Hyped it up with trick flow, heads, intake manifold, throttle body, and man, that car was a lot of fun. Handled like crazy, but I'm gonna tell you, it was so low to the ground. Anytime I turned in the parking garage, it was just like it was scrape the floor. So it was pretty great, and it was awesome. So unfortunately, my first two Mustangs I didn't have a lot of help with, luck with, but it was pretty great. So what happened is 6 days later after that, I went to take a cruise on this small highway in Tucson called Aviation Highway, and my fuel pump went out, and I ran out of gas at the same time, and so I had to pull over, and then this girl rear-ended me at 65 miles an hour. I nearly died, so I wouldn't be talking to you, my viewers and my subscribers. So I'm really happy that I'm here. I'm blessed by the man upstairs, and it's great the fact that I'm able to keep on ticking, keep on breathing, living a healthy lifestyle. Got to stay fit, and we'll keep ticking, And then we come into my favorite beast. This is my favorite bad bitch. I'll tell you, I was a long time coming. I had a dream about her when when I found her. 2008 Ford Mustang GT California Special, 29,000 original miles on it. Full stage 2 suspension on her. Originally, she had bullet deep dish wheels, 18x10 in the rear, 18x9 in the front. Originally, she came with 295, 35 R18 BFGs in the rear, and 255, 35 R18s in the front. And she had a Kenny Bell supercharger that I put on her, 2.6 liter, 10 pounds of boost. Eventually, I drove her the way I bought her, and after I put the blower on for about a year and a half, and then we did a revamp. And you'll see in this clip right below how loud and proud she was. So, told you that clip was badass. Man, doesn't she sound good? She had JB long tube ceramic headers, Bassani off-road X-pipe, and eventually was able to put Borla tacks on her. Just the sound and the deep rumble just felt like she was shaking the earth. Man, I miss her. Spirit, that was her name. I named her, was one bad bitch. And yeah, my Mustang love just goes so run deep through my family, and that's how it came. And I remember when I saw my first Cobra Terminator, and I got my riding from my uncle's friend in it. It was just great. So my next one is that's kind of a debate. I'm still deciding what I'm going to be doing, and comment below and tell me what you guys think my next Mustang should be. It's in the works right now. I know I said in my first video that I'm in between vehicles, but that's a surprise to come. You'll just have to stay tuned, and please comment and subscribe below. And as always, do it for America.
American badass, watch me kick. You can roll with rock or you can suck my dick. I'm a porno flick, I'm like Amazing Grace. I'm gonna fuck some hoes after